little information. The atoms, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, are the same with these creatures. They have silicium in the body. The chemicals for the DNA, the structure of the DNA, the size of the genome. We have the answers. I believe these are real answers. I could go in detail into this, but I don't think it's the point at this moment. Well, what we found is that was exactly the figure that we saw the year before. It means that they sent first the instrument that they were going to use, second they present themselves, and third they answer. Next year, also on August the 16th, I was there to investigate this. This is 120 meters large, 80 meters wide, and has a disc with a binary code on it. Do you really think this could be done in a night? Just think about this. How difficult could this be to be made in a night? I don't buy that this is a hoax. Nobody really has proved this to be a hoax. Yeah, many people consider it's too much, but I think the message there is very important. At least 3 different experts came to the same conclusion. I am sorry, it's in Spanish. Beware with the bearers of the false presents and broken promises. Much pain, but still time. And this is very important. You will see why. Believe there is still good out there. I think it's the most important phrase in the message. We oppose deceive, and the conduit is closing. That's what this message says. I will explain why is this for me so important. Okay, on August the 10th, 2003, we had this molecule. Nobody has been able to know exactly what this molecule means, but I am very sure it's a very important message that we have to analyze and try to have an answer for this. As you see, it's completely three-dimensional. And it's very, very big. It was destroyed 2 days later after appear. For me, it's something we still have to know. And finally, and that's why I presented all this, we have the so-called Mayan calendar. Why is it so important? Here we have a calendar, and here we have a sign of continuous rotation, a cycle. The Mayans believe that our solar system, and they were right, went around a center every 25,625 years. And they divided the calendar in 5,125. 5 parts of that calendar made a full cycle. Here we have 4 calendars. Inside we have times of 520 or 5,100 or 5,200, and outside we have 5,200, 5,100, which means that we are very near to the calendar. 2012 is going to be the end of the calendar. Many people consider that the end of that calendar means the destruction of Earth. I believe it's a change. I don't think it's going to be a destruction of Earth or human beings. I think something important is going to happen. Very recently, it has been found that at the Quilcaya Mountains in Peru, the glaciers are melting. And under the glaciers, they have been finding little green plants that had been frozen for 5,000 years. What this means is that probably 5,000 years ago, we had a subit climate change, spontaneous climate change, suddenly. And we kept the same kind of climate for 5,000 years, okay? Probably the Mayans knew that the sun has a long cycle of 5,200, or to be exact, 5,125 years. And every time this happens, the sun just changes the cycle. Exactly like the solar maximum every 11 years. We have explosions from the sun really gets hot every 11 years. And we have been seeing since 1850 to now that the sun is hotter and hotter and hotter. Besides the gases, besides the global climate change, we have the sun. And for that reason, we think that 2012 could be the beginning of the rising of the seas. Are these creatures trying to tell us, look, be aware of the Mayans? Is that why they are now appearing in Yucatan? Are they trying to connect this knowledge to us? This symbol was used in many cultures after the Mayas, the Mexicas, the Toltecs, and many others. The Totonacas and others used that symbol that was used to express Quetzalcoatl or Kukulkan. Is this Mayan calendar so important? I believe it is. Just very recently, in the news we heard the scientists accepting that by the year 2012, we will see the rising of the sea level. We received from some friends in NASA some maps presenting this possibility by the year 2012. These are the maps, as you see. Some areas are under the sea, but not completely. The lowland in many areas of the United States, Mexico, Yucatan, Alaska, Canada, and also in Africa, Europe. Europe almost completely disappears under this possibility. It doesn't mean that the sea is going to cover the whole thing, just the lowland. This has happened many times in history. Are they trying to tell us that? I don't know. But it's a real possibility.